Hey everyone, it's Friar Phil. We've got a great one today. It's time to talk Lego. Welcome back to Friar Phil's Bricks. Thanks so much for joining me today. Like I said, we've got a great one today. We've been looking at the M-Tron sub-theme of space. Well, we're looking at its cousin sub-theme in the space, and that is Blacktron. Today we're going to look at 6954, called the Renegade. This came out in 1987, and the Blacktron actually has two series. The first series, which is this set, was part of that series. That was in 87 and 88. And then Blacktron 2, the second series, came out in 91 and 92. So a lot of fun here. This is my only Blacktron set. I love it. It's a good set. Let's get into it. We're gonna get it built, take a detailed look at it, and get it on the brick scale. Let's get going. Let's get it on the brick scale. Our first category, build experience. I really like this one. You probably saw in the build that it was kind of a modular feel, so to speak, using Technic pins and building a little piece of it like the cockpit and then connecting that into the base structure. You can actually see it on the instructions. So here we've got the cockpit, and then back here this cargo box. Well, they're both connected so that you can in your plane, we'll talk about this, but you can connect it differently. And so I like that about the set, that it had that feature, because you're building a little piece, connecting it to the main part. I'm not a fan of sets that have a predominantly one color. This is mostly black. It's got those splashes of yellow. And that's probably because of me, my eyes, and it is a little more difficult putting everything together, but so that's a negative, but I enjoy this set. Quick, fun, easy build. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 for build experience. Next category is uniqueness. We've been hitting some high marks in this with the M-Tron sub-theme. Let's see what Blacktron's got. First of all, this set is unique, comparable to other space sets because of the cockpit, which is slightly off-centered. You're used to having at least I am, in a space set, this cockpit's right in the middle. That's a standard look in everyday life, but this has that off-center, so very unique, comparable to other sets, as well as that what we just talked about in build experience, the modular piece. That's a unique thing, being able to plug and play, so to speak. All right, let's look at our unique parts that come in this set. Back in the day, one of the uniqueness factors was new colors that were being introduced, and this is no different. We look at that 3x3x5, or sorry, excuse me, 6 corner wall, 3x3x6 corner wall. This part first came out in 86 with the guarded in, but this is a brand new color for that part in 1987. And this is one of 2 sets to introduce that color that year. Then another piece with a new color is the 4x4x2 cone. The yellow is a new color in 87. This is came out first with this set, and then also add another unique factor. This is only 2 sets all time that have that yellow part. Then the flexible hoses in the yellow, new color in 87, first with this one, and as well as one other set that year in 87. The 1x2 Space Wing, the special 1x2 Space Wing, Again, yellow is a new color in 87, only in 2 sets. Now let's look at the new parts that were released in 1987, this being one of the sets that they were released with. First is that black 10x10 angled plate without the corner, and this is a new part in 87 again. Only 2 sets had that part that year, and this one had a black one, another set had a white version of it. So this is the only black one that year that was put out. Black 2x1 slope brick with the 3 red lamps and the 3 yellow button print. First set to introduce this part in 87, and looking at all time, only 9 sets in LEGO history. Black 2x2 tile with the yellow arrow, new in 87. First with the set, only 8 sets all time. The black 2x2 slope brick with the 12 buttons and the 3 red lamp print. Only 4 sets all time, again, brand new in 1987. We've got a few more brand new in 1987. The black 2x2 slope brick with the yellow grill print. Only 4 sets all time. We looked at the Beacon Tracer a couple of weeks ago, and that had one of these as well. The 1x2 tile with the grill without the bottom groove. This is a new part in 87. It came out in several colors, and it's only in 6 sets all time. Now there, in 1990, a new part came out that did have a bottom groove. Kind of a unique piece there, a new unique piece of LEGO history. But going on, the black 4x4 slope with the Blacktron logo print. As you can tell, Blacktron logo, yep, only in 3 sets in 87, so very unique. Next, we're gonna look at pieces that are unique in all of LEGO history. There's 3 of them. That canopy for the cockpit, it's the transparent yellow 6x4x2 canopy, only in 9 sets in all of LEGO history. The black 1x2 brick with the yellow grill print, only in 2 sets, and those were both in 1987, haven't had one since. And lastly, the only set in LEGO history that has the 2x2 tile with the black grill print. Look at this set. Wow, we keep the trend going after M-Tron into Blacktron. Yep, 10 out of 10 for uniqueness with this set. All right, moving on to our third category, detail. A lot of little detail here, like the cockpit has the wings that fold in and out. You've got that 2-dish radar system. Those 2, what I would describe as escape pods on the side wings that come off, and the minifigures can get on them and fly them. I'm not sure if it's a surface like repair vehicle or if an actual escape. But we're gonna call them escape pods or escape vehicles. I like that. And then that cargo box with the surface vehicle inside. So a lot of elements, the folding in and out, connecting pieces, a lot of fun. We're gonna give this a 6 out of 10 for detail. Moving on to displayability. So in a panorama of space sets, this is what I was talking about when I went over the M-Tron sets and how they would pop on display with that transparent neon green color and parts. This is one of those older sets, 3 years earlier, blander. It's predominantly black, and so you could probably overlook it pretty easy. However, it's got 2 things going for it. Number one, it's one of the larger space sets, so that brings the attention. And then that off-center cockpit. You're scanning the picture or scanning all the sets, like what in the world's going on, and brings you in. And then that rich amount of detail there. So I'm glad it has those 2 features. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for displayability. And our last category is playability. Now we talked about all those little features and detail. Well, that adds to the playability for this set. But first we're going to start with minifigs. I love having multiple minifigs. I'm a big minifig guy. And the reason is when you've got a cockpit and then all these cool features, some sets only has 1 minifig. So that takes away from that imagination potential that you got there. So this has 2 minifigures. I could have maybe done 3, like the Megacore Magnetizer we talked about, because there's so many things that they could do. But it's got 2. I like that. I like the cockpit. I like the interchangeability. Again, you can make different shapes, different setups of the ship. So that adds to the creativity. And then that small vehicle. Now that cargo box, I'm calling it a cargo box. I'm not sure what it is, but it's got the surface vehicle in it. It's kind of a clunky thing because it comes out and the lid opens. but then you're picking up the surface vehicle. I would have loved maybe a ramp or something that the surface vehicle can come out, some doors or something like that. But overall, a lot of fun here. Again, a larger set, a lot of imagination. 7 out of 10 for playability, which takes us to 36 out of 50 for our brick scale, which is a great score. Great set from 1987, vintage Lego sets. We gotta love these ones. We're excited to have you with us today. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the button, hit the bell if you want some notifications. And if you like this set, if you enjoyed your time today, give it a big thumbs up, and we will see you next week.